Hello, my beautiful people. My name is Anata Nomolosi, your girl. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about life, no finances. So, okay, let me start by saying this. Today I want us to talk about those things that people say, obviously out of care, out of good intentions, when you have lost your loved one. You know, those things that they say to try and to comfort you and to make you feel better, to help you through the process of grieving. But the things that you hear were now, I so wish this person didn't say this. You know, obviously you won't react to that person because they said this out of good intentions. I mean, they're trying to comfort you, but when I deep down, even so clearly weird, why you ask yourself questions, you question God. Personally for me, I understand because I also grew up in church and I've heard a couple of things being said. And let's be honest, when you're still growing up, you hear things being said by elders in church and wherever, and you think, okay, this is what needs to be said when someone has lost a loved one, And sometimes maybe they're saying them out of, out of different explanation, if you can call it that way. And then when you just hear this word, maybe they don't even explain because when they know what they mean, and then you say it. So today I'm coming from church and then I'm playing gospel in the car, and okay, kudlala ingoma kaDumi Mkokstad where Usis Nomonde is preaching. Apho langoma ithi Ebeke walunga uThixo. And then I remembered something I'll share towards the end about how it freed me when I was grieving. And then I remembered that a couple of years back when I lost my uncle, not so long ago, when I was gunned down in Neisner. I was going through the most. Goa guys, like everyone who knows my uncle uThixo will know what I'm talking about. Like, he was unique. He was the best uncle you could ever ask for. And he had a very special place in my heart. I mean, for me, I think also for me being the person that I am today, he also played a role in that. I'm not gonna get into details. So this song is playing, and then I remember when that happened, like I couldn't cope for days, guys. I couldn't eat, I couldn't do anything, and I couldn't tell my mom that I can't eat because she was worried already, because when I was told that, I kind of collapsed, and then like I couldn't cope, it was so painful, So this song, Ebeke walunga uThixo, it's what freed me during that process. So I want to explain it later, but what I want us to talk about today is things that people say during that grieving process when you have lost your loved one. Obviously, this is not to blame anyone, and this is not to shame or anything. They're saying it out of love. They don't say it to break you even more, but some of those things, they break you down. For me, I can't even remember who said it because I never kept a grudge, because I know also I used to say some words which I heard from church, maybe to console people and hear, oh, okay, when someone has lost a loved one, go to akuhlanga lungehliyo. So I used to use those words now when I'm comforting my friends. Until it happened to me, and then someone said, uThixo akathathi into, angashiyi into. Well, maybe some people will explain this in some way, but at that moment, obviously, after this person called, I accepted. I couldn't be rude or anything because I fully understood that the person that said that, they were saying it out of love and trying to comfort me or make me feel better. But even after they dropped the phone, I don't even know their name, by the way, to show that I don't even have anything against them. I can't remember who it was, but it's some lady from work, I think. Even after they dropped the phone, I even questioned God. And I was like, "Thixo, kuthiwa uthatha into ungashiyi into." But I mean, with all due respect, I love all my uncle. They all have different special places in my heart. They're all different, and I love them so much. But if anyone knows uThixo knows what I'm talking about. Like, it was a great loss for us as a family. So I questioned God, and I was like, out of all people, why him? And kuthiwa awuthathi into ungashiyi into. But God, what did you leave? Because I feel like he's irreplaceable. He's not coming back. He's not here. And there's no one else who's gonna be him. Like, what does that mean? Xa kuthiwa awuthathi into ungashiyi into. I couldn't understand. Like, even today, I still don't understand that line. uThixo kathathi into angashiyi into. He took my uncle and he didn't share anything in his place. It's one of those words that from that day when it was said to me and I was going through that process, I realized that I will never use this again. If I was using it before, then no, not again, because it doesn't make sense to the person that has lost a loved one. Because yes, but what did God leave? Yeah, understand. So I want us to share with me also what words were now used. Obviously, not to say but those people were wrong or anything. It's things that are being said way too, but when the receiver, you receive them, otherwise you're like, but he didn't leave anything behind. He just took my uncle, and what freed me, the reason why I remembered all of this or talking about this thing, when the song Ebeke walunga uThixo was playing, it's because at that moment, when I was going through that, after a couple of days, ndigowa, like, I would just drive, ningazazi noba ndiyaphi, like, ndandigowa, guys, so much. And Goa. I think one of the problems is andenza ndigowe kakhulu is because I had so much plans for me and my uncle. And then I'm such a reserved person. And I thought about, okay, one day when diba right, like financially having a stable job and then only then I'll show him my gratitude. But then I never shared those ideas with him because I'm so reserved, and I felt like it's too early and I haven't done all that I wanted to do with him, and I haven't showed him so much appreciation when he was still alive. But nevertheless, so this song, it freed me so much, because as much as I was going through that, it's the song that allowed me to let go. Obviously not to fully let go, but at least to accept the situation, that it is what it is. He is gone and he is not coming back. And when you know that you loved him, and hopefully he knows that you loved him enough now, wherever he is. Yeah, well. And then this song played, isithi Ebeke walunga uThixo. So I had to use it in that situation. I remember I was listening to it. I could just drive during that period just to get some fresh air because I couldn't understand. So I was like, but God has been great. uThixo Ebeke walunga. At least he brought us this special uncle that we had. He brought us umalume wethu for all these years to be there to play part in our lives. At least uThixo has been good in that sense. Ebeke walunga, man, wasinikeza like this. Like, I can't even compare my uncle. I don't know how to compare him with anyone. So I use that song in that sense. I listened to it during that difficult time, that pain that I was going through, and I was like, at least God has been great, because Ebeke was boleka. our uncle, because at the end of the day we are all going to heaven. So Ebeke was bolega our uncle like for this long, at least that he plays part in our lives, he contributes, he motivates us, you know, at least uThixo beke walunga in that sense. And I think that is the only moment when I actually accepted that at least God has been good. Ngosibolega, such a great uncle, you know, as much as mthathe so early sisamthanda sisamfuna, but ke at least we had this greatness amongst us for this time. Yebo. So that song for me, it like freed me. I don't want to lie, shame. So I want you guys to share with me also what are the phrases that people used. You know, obviously we're not trying to judge them and we're not saying they are wrong, but what phrases that they use were wow. To me, the receiver, I know you have good intentions, but I'm not receiving it right. Obviously, you don't confront that person because they're saying it out of love, because they care for you, and because they love you and they want you to feel better and get through that process. Okay, guys, I'm done for today. I'm hoping to hear your comments below. Or please just inbox me on Instagram and just tell me, as Anota Nomolus, just tell me what words that you thought about, wow, they breaking you even worse during that grief period. Okay, cheers guys, subscribe.